Aries. Today's not about winning. It's about recalibrating. You might realize halfway through a task or conversation that your original goal doesn't quite fit anymore. Don't force the finish. Let yourself shift midstream. The quicker you release the need to prove something, the faster you'll unlock what's actually useful. A detour isn't failure. It's feedback. Adjust in real time. There's power in fluid ambition, not forced momentum. Make room for better aim. Taurus. You may encounter resistance, not as confrontation, but as subtle misalignment. Someone's energy doesn't sync with yours, or a shared plan starts to drift. Instead of recentering them, recheck your own compass. What are you holding on to that's no longer helping? You don't need to fight for harmony. You need to make room for clarity. Sometimes stepping aside realigns things better than stepping in. Don't absorb what's not yours to hold. Gemini. A passing detail might demand more attention than usual. A weird phrasing, a strange mood, a repeated phrase. Don't brush it off. Something small is carrying a signal. Your gift today is interpretation, but only if you listen all the way through. A conversation may twist in unexpected directions. Follow it. The insight won't come from where you expect. Let your curiosity stretch beyond the outline and beyond the surface. Hidden gems await. Cancer. Someone else's emotional temperature may be harder to read today, and that might be a gift. When your usual radar goes fuzzy, it forces you to listen differently. Instead of guessing, ask. Instead of protecting, share. The connection deepens not through assumption, but through presence. What begins as confusion might become clarity if you allow the moment to unfold without your usual script. Connection isn't always tidy. It's earned. Leo. Today asks for quiet leadership, the kind where presence carries more weight than speech. You don't need to command the room to influence it. Someone may be looking to you not for direction, but for steadiness. Let your actions anchor the space. You're not here to entertain, defend, or persuade. Just show up real. The less you try to impress, the more impact you'll make. Let your calm become the center of the room. It grounds others too. Virgo. A contradiction may land in your path, one of those moments where logic fails to settle the question. You might notice someone saying one thing and doing another, or find yourself pulled in two opposing directions. Don't choose too quickly. Sit with the conflict. There's something meaningful in the gap. You're not here to solve everything today. You're here to observe the complexity without reducing it to simplicity. Hold space for nuance. Libra. You might feel like you're translating between two people, ideas, or moods that don't quite align. But instead of acting as a bridge, what if you simply held space for both to exist? You don't always have to unify the room. A little dissonance might be necessary today to reveal something new. Let the tension breathe. The most graceful move isn't to resolve, it's to let contrast sharpen the picture you're seeing. Not all friction is failure. Scorpio. You may sense a shift before anyone else notices. The air changes, someone hesitates, the rhythm tilts slightly. Don't call it out. Let it unfold. Your gift today is anticipation, but don't rush to intervene. Someone may be on the edge of revealing something important. and your stillness gives them permission. You're not responsible for what happens next. You're just the quiet witness that makes it possible to happen. Trust the silence. Sagittarius. A routine may suddenly feel restrictive, or a belief you've held loosely might tighten around you. Don't panic. This isn't confinement, it's an invitation to refresh the lens. What worked before may not suit who you're becoming. A shift in language, approach, or location could unlock something unexpected. You don't need to blow everything up. You just need to give the familiar a different kind of space and freedom. Exploration begins here. Capricorn. Today invites you to show up without the answer already prepared. A question may arise that challenges your sense of certainty, not to weaken it, but to open it. Instead of defending your stance, try widening it. Someone else's insight may complicate your plan in exactly the right way. Let the structure flex. You don't need to be solid today. You just need to stay standing while the blueprint rewrites itself. Strength meets adjustment. Aquarius. You might feel a strange distance from something you usually care about. It's not apathy, it's reassessment. Give yourself room to ask if what once inspired you still fits. A cause, connection, or creative spark may be evolving, and your role within it might be too. This isn't detachment, it's recalibration. Let the space between what was and what's next breathe without needing immediate answers or resolution. Let change clarify intent. Pisces. An idea wants your attention, not a loud one, but the quiet flicker you almost missed. It might come while doing something mundane or through an offhand phrase. Don't wait for inspiration to introduce itself grandly. Today's insight arrives like a whisper through background noise. Follow it. You don't need to explain why it matters. Just let it unfold. What begins softly could end up reshaping more than you expect. Listen with both eyes.